what is the most controversial thing an EastEnders actor has done in real life. As you can tell,
And there's also a bit of, I think there's also a bit of soap as well in there. I could be wrong.
obviously what you're seeing right now before I switch to us is Leslie Grantham as Den Watts in 1985. I've cropped out Anita Dobson, who played Angie Watts. Can you please describe to me what you call this image, what it looks like?
His eyes are like piss holes in the snow. Fucking 1,000-yard stare.
It's his mugshot, you know. It's his mugshot.
Like he's, you know, But yeah, controversy. We did do a video about scandals not too long ago, but this one's a bit more souped up and probably going to be a little bit more finite with the details. And by finite, I mean less. Less details.
We're just sluts for this. We like this sort of thing. So,
look,
yeah.
We all like a bit of drama.
Exactly.
It's time to see if soap stars are as messy as their soap counterparts.
So obviously this is by Sad Cow 577. That's the most controversial thing an EastEnders actor has done in real life. I forgot to change the title on Reddit. So
sorry, it's just the fucking Sad Cow 557. I need to know the tea. Please, I need to know the tea. Please tell me. Just the name and the fucking first comment. Beautiful. Incredible.
Give me a second. I don't mean to do this on the spot. There we go. That's done. There's always one video where I forget to fucking change it. There's always one. But by Sad Cows 557. Leslie Grantham was a convicted murderer.
Yeah, the story goes is I think he was serving in the army of some form, and he was stationed in Germany, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'd been making some bad decisions, so he went out, and I think he had some money problems, so he was going to go and rob someone. And the person he was originally going to rob, he decided not to. And then ended up in a scuffle with a taxi driver, where he shot him with a gun and dumped him in a canal.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. So the only weird thing about this situation is obviously the BBC in 1985 and okay, in the past, you know, you've paid for your sins.
He talks about it in the way where he said when he was cast about it, obviously because of soap stars being like insanely popular and soaps being very well like established at that time, obviously a lot of the people in the soaps were given a lot of scrutiny and like big media. So you'd get a lot of newspapers. It's why the tragic story of fucking David Scarborough, who played the original Mark Fowler, it's absolutely fucking tragic. So you just got like railed by the press relentlessly. It's probably why Daniela Westbrook, you know, didn't necessarily help, because all of her bad dealings were fucking shown publicly. But when he got the role of Leslie Grantham, as Den Watts, he left a post on there saying, "Look, if anybody doesn't want me here, you know, because his past had come out. If anybody doesn't want me here, tell me, and I'll happily walk." And then people generally took the stance of, because he did serve jail time for the crime. Like, he did go to jail for it, and people just went, like, you know, Anna Wing, who played Lou Beale, was like, hey, served the time, seemed fine to me. Everybody was generally already quite content to allow him to stay. But I think the most glaring bit, and the kind of funny in a tragic way, is I think Julia Holland said something like, yeah, the thing with him is you can tell that there's a bit of darkness behind the eyes, and it's like, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, there's
a little bit there, yeah, fucking hell.
There's darkness between the eyes. To show my image again. But yeah, anyways, I will read on. Yeah, people who know me, I love Den Watts. I don't really love Leslie Grantham, but Den Watts is one of my favourite soap characters. If soap stars did Comic-Con, and I say Leslie Grantham was one of them, would I want to get an autograph from him? I would most definitely get an autograph from him, but I'd be a prick and I'd bring my own photo, and Ash knows exactly what photo I'd bring for him to sign, just to be a dick. I paid 50 quid, you're fucking signing this photo, Leslie.
But yeah, and I suppose the next crisis that involved Den Watts, or Leslie Grantham rather, There's a lot. I'll just fully say this as well. There's a soap study video on YouTube, youtube.com/soap study, where he details Den Watts' return and generally how it came about, the fallout, the press, basically all the information we have here came from that video. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's fantastic. And watch any of other soap study stuff. It's fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I'll just read it here. Yeah.
I was just going to recap this entirely.
Okay, go ahead.
So Den Watts appeared to return in '89. He died on screen where he was shot and went into a canal, and then in the '90s they kind of had to confirm that he was dead in a way, but they did it like a shit signet ring, and it was never really confirmed. But the BBC edited it in a way that it made it look like Den hadn't died. And if he didn't die on screen, is he actually dead? Julia Holland and Tony Smith both went, fuck that, we're leaving. See ya, dickheads, ruining our fucking show. Through the 90s wasn't there, but in like 03, 04?
03.
He got the call to say, look, it's the 20th anniversary coming up soon. We think it's time to bring back Den Watts. And he's given like really good material about reuniting with Sharon, Vicky, the kid he had with Michelle's grown up, and then Dennis Rickman is now also his other son, and it's this like weird love story between the two of them, and this general power struggle for Sharon's affection, and Den Watts taking on Phil. All really good stuff. And Chrissy Watts being his new wife as well. That happens. But 1985 in the workplace is a lot different than 2004 and 2005. So Leslie Grantham described it as he just got obsessed with porn. He just got obsessed with porn. It was everywhere. You could find it anywhere. He was obsessed with it. And a reporter, let's just describe it as a honey trap, kind of basically, too good to be true. Kind of started to trick him, seemingly sent some pictures, just tried to get any dirt on him. And she managed to get him, but like bad mouthing a lot of the cast and crew. Like a lot of the, like, I think that's like Jesse Wallace, who plays Kat, Alfie Moon, Shane Ritchie, Kim Metcalf, the one who plays Sam, Pauline Fowler, called her a dragon. Just bad mouthing a lot of the cast. And he also had a wank on camera dressed as Captain Hook. So obviously this was all a bit much to deal with. And even when he talked about it, he did kind of go, yeah, I probably did know it was too good to be true. But plus it was him with a long-standing marriage. He's cheating with a much younger woman, like 40 years older than him. Younger than him, rather. So he was caught. He was caught doing that. The show went, all right, got the old shepherd crook, just yeah. And so he died on the show. And then even later on, there were allegations about inappropriate conduct with a minor, which are allegations and not entirely explored, but still allegations nonetheless. So Leslie Grantham is probably one of the most controversial soap actors in history, causing a lot of carnage and chaos.
I do bring it up all the time, but again, from watching that soap study video, it is funny to laugh the finger in the mouth. But it's funny, and then it's just the serious tone of Leslie Grantham going, yeah, I was going to shoot myself in my son's bedroom, and I'm like,
yeah, there's a lot of from what soap study read of his book. There's a lot of stuff that is politely ignored, and there's a lot of stuff that is genuine. Like, how have I been so fucking stupid? Like there's a lot of depressing attempts at finishing things.
Obviously he wanted to do his own ending to his own story, but he just stuck it out for his kids, and then he said, I know it's all allegations, but I will say it's sad that he passed away Even though I'm just going to be honest, he looked a bit rough in the later years. It is still a bit sad that he did lose. But moving on, because I know that's a bit downer. We spent 10 minutes talking about Leslie Grantham again. Woo! Just slowly me getting a semi. Over Den Watts, not Leslie Grantham. Over Den Watts, I love Den Watts. Reading on, Gillian Talford in an A1 lay-by has to win. Obviously, she was caught giving an old sausage.
She wasn't caught doing that. She was soothing his stomach. He had stomach cramps, but the implications are she was caught giving head. She was caught pleasuring her husband in an A1 lay-by. And yeah, and then there was a big court trial. Then there was a quote where she said, "I give very good head," and yes, I don't think she and seemingly she didn't win. She didn't win the fucking claim, and then someone chimes in the whole thing left a nasty taste in her mouth. Not bad.
Reading on again, there's someone bringing up the cab. People finding the guy, the gunman, Danielle Westbrook's cocaine addiction. Not really controversial. I got her sacked. Who's Danielle Westbrook again?
So the original Sam Mitchell.
Ah.
I mean, she's had a very strained existence. She has pretty much been addicted to cocaine. There's a lot of very bad stuff.
I'll read on again. People bringing up Dan.
Yeah, she says she has borderline personality disorder. She's bipolar. She's a paranoid schizophrenic. I've got a lot of different things. Yeah, it's a cruel tale. Plus she was supposed to be in Hollyoaks during a period of time, and she was simply just fired before she even got the role because of misconduct on set.
Elaine Lorden, aka Lynn Slater. Who's Lynn again?
I think she was the one who had a son with Gary.
Getting drunk on set, being caught drink driving. She broke up her family too, and the guys went.
Or is it Ian's?
Went to the press and called her an ugly slut. He was working in the crew. What the fuck? What the fuck's this next one? Steve McFadden getting the cops called on him after he threatened Jim Davison. Made jokes about his then fiancee Lucy Benjamin, who played Lisa on today. His ex also went to the press and said he was a dogger. Okay, that one's a bit funny. I thought that was that was terrible on her part.
Dogging is doing stuff in public, in a sense, but usually like a kind of hidden bit away from the public, but it's still in the open. Usually a bunch of like 40-year-old men and a woman, typically.
She's the mother to his kids, so that was embarrassing, dragging her own kids through the mud just to spot her ex. Patsy Palmer, aka Bianca, said she often filmed many of her 90 scenes high on drugs or coming down on drugs. She said she'd arrive on set coming from the raves and all-night parties. The guy who played Ian
doesn't surprise me.
The guy who played Ian Beale's father, Pete Beale, Peter Dean, was axed in 92 and 93, went to the press and did a tell-off story and slammed the show on people in it. They killed him off screen soon after as revenge. Leslie Graham. I did actually write a bit on this one. On Pete Beale, I believe. Or at least I thought I did.
Well, the weird thing with Pete Beale is he seemingly had some friction with Dan Watts on set. And yeah, and about like kind of night, like they didn't really get along. At some points he was supposed to die on screen anyways. But then in the fucking end, he did a massive like press reveal where he's like, yeah, fuck the show. It's all shit. It's all fucking shit. Hate the show. the direction's terrible. They don't know what they're doing. It's all wrong. And then, like, I'm pretty sure not too long ago, he kind of went, if they asked you to come back, would you? And he went, yeah, I am an actor, aren't I? It's a wild one.
Leslie Grantham on webcam slagging off his co-stars. Jesse Wallace had countless drunken stories too. Corey had their share too. Lynn Prairie.
All right, hold on. I finally found the fucking. There we go. I found the bit I wrote. I did. Well, it was interesting because in 1991, everybody described Pete Beale as like synonymous with a show, so he's untouchable in a way, saying they carry a lot of history, original characters, precious things. He was untouchable, not in danger of being killed off. And in 1993, so 2 years later, he died in a car crash off screen. And it said, it was terminated following irreconcilable differences with the show's producers. Since he's left, he publicly slammed the producer for killing his character. In an expose with his son, he revealed some of the show's secrets and opinions about former co-stars. Since the death was announced, Dr. Cotton's actress June Brown left the show 4 years, and they made their own production company. So yeah, it was kind of it's a wild thing that he just kind of.
Doc Brown left for 4 years.
Yeah, June Brown fucked off, but she was that upset with it.
Oh.
But yeah, the Patsy Palmer stuff, let's be honest, not really surprising. You know? I mean, it's what everybody does, right? You're fucking young, you're getting all this money you don't know what to do with. Great. You're on fucking national TV. Jessie Wallace. I mean, it's a story of Jessie Wallace where on a night out she kicked a fucking bouncer in the nuts and got arrested for it. There's a lot of controversial stuff with Jessie Wallace due to like alcohol problems.
Yeah, I'll continue on reading. Yep, Leslie Grantham webcam struggling. Corey Star had their share too. Lynn Prairie, who played Ivy Tilsey, got her lip chopped without permission. If you watch her last scene, she could hardly talk, was constantly drunk on set and turned up late. They fired her, and then she went on TV shows singing pissed and made sexually inappropriate comments like she'd fuck animals, etc.
Jesus Christ.
She then sucked off a stripper live on TV on a sex channel. She was in her 60s and he was about 25.
God damn. That's kind of wild.
Talk about live your 60s like you're 20.
Just do some digging here.
I'm gonna continue on if you don't mind, and then interrupt me when you come back.
Yeah, go ahead. It's probably been kind of erased from the internet, to be honest.
Michael Lee felt aka Kevin Webster and William Roche both had sex abuse cases against them.
Yeah, both of them did have sex abuse cases against Michael Lavelle had a big trial where it was under the suspicion of rape. It was dropped due to insufficient evidence. And he pled guilty to 19 charges. And he was found not guilty on all courts. And he also had a drug addiction at some point. So, William Roach. I mean, he's also had a lot of legal issues with money, and there's also was a sexual assault allegation as well. But yeah, mostly his controversy is about him being shit with money. He's like, he's going to go bankrupt. It's like, you've been getting paid for 60 years by Coronation Street. How are you not minted, you fucking stupid fucker?
And Kirkbride, who played Deirdre, ended up having an affair with one of the short-term actors on the show and marrying him, who was married and not her. The actor who played Lloyd was caught smoking crack. Simon...
Lloyd is Craig Charles. It was a big case. And honestly, I'm not saying there's some very suspect videos where he's DJing. Definitely drugged out of his fucking mind. But if you look at any of him DJing, it's not a good look.
Simon Gregson, aka Steve McDonald, was suspended in the 90s for drug problems.
Yeah, he had a massive coke problem, as most people in the 90s had.
There was the choreographer too, Peter Admonson, who played Ian Fairclough.
I think that's Len Fairclough.
Len Fairclough got fired after he took kids swimming and was accused of touching them up. He also had drinking problems and did a tell-all story to the press book cast, saying that Aaron Corcoran's character was boring and passed himself by day. That he didn't like Barbara Knox. He was one of the major stars in the 60s to 80s, and the alpha male Grant Mitchell of the show in his prime years. Ken Barlow, actor, went bankrupt too after he tried to sue the press for slander and lost in the 90s. He also received mass criticism for freedom. Anne Corcoran was an alcoholic after she died.
Why would you do that, man?
That's a bit of a... I don't understand the word, but
that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. To add to the Corey one, Chris Fountain was fired for that baseball rap song he made.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's one of the few people on Hollyoaks who actually won Best Actor at the Soap Awards. That award's only been won about 3 to 4 times, and he was one of them. He played. Is it like Chris Burton? He played someone who had an affair with their teacher. Justin Burton in Hollyoaks. He then went on to be Tommy Duckworth in Coronation Street. He was a fairly prominent character and involved in one of my favourite storylines of all time. But yeah, there was a rap song that he made where, that time period, a lot of kind of threats towards women, let's say. That sort of thing. That was what he was fired for because a video came out. And obviously he went, I mean, yeah, I don't actually, it was just part of the song. I don't really believe it.
Neil McDermott
had a rough life. He had a stroke not too long after. Fucking poor bastard.
Just reading on, Neil McDermott was cheating on his wife and kids. Neil McDermott, born 15th of December 1980, the British stage and television actor who's best known for portraying Ryan Malloy. But a 16-year-old, I'm pretty sure. That's why Neil was written out, as he went from one of the most central characters to a lesser-known role soon after the story broke, and soon after he was axed. I thought as much, but then I was really confused about the bringing back for that bizarre stint. Different actor, I suppose.
I guess so.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Seen this. Oh, yeah. That's not a good headline. According to reports, this is from Mail Online. According to reports, the 30-year-old actor slept with a teenage fan just weeks after his wife, Michelle, had given birth to their first child daughter, Arabella. And then he issued an apology, saying, "I'm sorry to my wife, daughter, and family for this betrayal. Let my wife and family distraught how my life is in tatters due to a stupid mistake." And obviously this was pretty much at his peak. This was at his peak. He was with Janine, he was with Stacey, 2 very big characters in that 2009-2011 period. And yeah, he very quickly got written off. And yeah, Jesus Christ.
This one's referring to Scott Edson, I think that's his name.
Maslin?
Maslin.
Yes.
Punching a disabled person, allegedly, I'm just going to say allegedly, in real life when you're a police
But there was that big press expose.
When you're a police officer in the show.
Over dog poo, apparently.
I know it's been said many times, but not repeating this, you're going to shoot a man in the head. Danielle Westbrook lost her septum to cocaine abuse.
Septum being this bit of your nose. Because obviously cocaine is fucking, it does erode your fucking.
It's been brought up again, and I'm happy. Sleazy Steve McFadden stood in his camper van with his pants around his ankles. The French trans woman or trans man, one of the two, In a blonde wig and fishnet stockings, prepared to have sex with his horrified girlfriend. McFadden even invited a passing cyclist to join in too. Come on, mate, join in. It'll be fun. Come on, mate. And then someone just goes,
it's more with the dogging stuff.
And then someone says, well, that's got to be bollocks. And he said, presumably he'd have sued if it was bollocks. So I'm assuming it's not bollocks. I'm assuming it actually happened. So I'm imagining like old Phil, like old Steve McFadden, like in current day doing it. It's funnier to me, like with his grittier voice. So, oh.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he does the fucking? When he cries, you know, he goes.
Oh.
That's what That's what he's fucking doing to the camper fan man. Ricky Norwood was caught smoking.
That's Fat Boy.
Cannabis and then supposedly leaked jerked off video still available online. Send me that.
Proof.
Proof, please. Shane Ritchie famously had a breakdown after Lucky Number. He started out as a game show presenter, and I was surprised when he got an acting role. Fair enough.
Yeah, never heard that really. But yeah, it was set to face serious disciplinary action after naked video of him smoking a joint. See, if you had both him smoking a joint or him having a Tommy Tank on camera, probably could have gotten away with it. The fact that he did both is not ideal.
Didn't Robert Kenzie do something which meant he didn't have the role in Hobbit? Right on Twitter, Kenzie ignored. That probably was the reason he quit the role in J.R.R. Tolkien adaptation. And then Bruno Langley. I haven't read all the comments yet, so if anyone I already mentioned him, sorry. The guy who played Yasmin's husband got the big axe for some racist stuff he posted on, I want to say Twitter. I can't be asked to Google. So,
I don't know about the Yasmin stuff. The Jeff Metcalf actor Ian Bartholomew. I don't know those. But the Bruno Langley. Yeah, there were allegations of him groping women in a club, and it seemed he. Oh yeah, Jesus. Contract been terminated after there were allegations. He'd been charged with 2 counts of sexual assault, which he pleaded guilty to. And he had some really fucked up thing where because he played a gay character, he seemed to have like some fucking people didn't like see him as like it was really fucked. And then he seemingly got with a woman. He got with a woman who was like linked to a fairly dangerous man. It's just a really weird fucking. Just a really tragic case of a like long time soap actor. You know, he played Todd Grimshaw since 2001, and in 2017 he just threw it all away.
Yeah,
and they recast Todd as a character, and nobody really looks back fondly on Bruno Langley.
And that's the video. Thank you for watching. So sorry of some serious topics there too. I hope we tried our best to be as serious as possible. Obviously, I love the Steve McFadden one with the fishnets. But yeah, that was a very interesting journey, I would say, into the landscape of soap. So thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye bye.